Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie. 5 Sip is back.
We're kicking off the second half of Season 3 with a sample from our friend, the Chitown Sampler.
Chitown!
If this is your first time joining us on 5 Sip Friday, we nose the glass, take 5 sips, say whether or not we like it, try to figure out what it is, and ultimately it is revealed.
I feel like I'm going to be a little rusty, but let's start the weekend.
Onto the nose.
Oh, that was pretty good. I am rusty.
We are totally rusty.
Ooh.
This smells like MGP rye.
Ah. I like it. It's oaky, vanilla-y. There's a little perfuminess in there, a little floral.
Spicy, brown sugar. Usual suspects, I feel like.
Yep.
Let's start the weekend.
Cheers!
That's delightful. First whiskey of the day, by the way.
Wow, it just got to me.
We just pulled in, jumped out of the van, and said, let's do a 5 sip.
I'm going to be honest. The initial taste of that was not my favorite, but the finish is great on this. It is so flavorful, so oaky, so vanilla-y, almost a little nougat-y. Mm-hmm. It's delicious.
Yeah, it's really good. I still think it's a rye. It's doing a tingle on the tongue, a little rye dance there.
I think this is warm, but it's also the first whiskey of the day, so I'm going to have to see. But I'm getting a nice hug already.
Well, and I wasn't thinking, and I took a big sip of this one, and it didn't bother me too badly. So I don't think it's too high proof. There's a duck,
I know.
a duck and a couple of little ones over here, and they're so cute.
I know. They're a little distracting. All right, sip 2.
Cinnamon and sugar. That's delicious. Look at these little ones.
Oh, you're swimming so close.
Are they coming right up to us?
Oh, no.
Oh my goodness, it nibbled at my foot.
I could just watch them forever.
There you go.
They're
5
so
Sip Friday
cute.
with a little dose of Animal Kingdom.
It's a little unfortunate because we took that sip and then they started coming for Phil's toes, and
I'm completely distracted now.
I
I'm out of
know.
sorts.
I do remember thinking the initial palate and the finish are so different. Maybe it's like an MGP note on the forefront, and then I really am digging the finish. It's so good.
Let's go for sip 3.
Yeah.
Because I forgot all about
I know,
it.
we're kind of skipping on that one.
Oh, that's really good. It's delightful, honestly. I'm really enjoying this. By the way, we haven't, I wouldn't call it a detox, but since our previous 5 Sip Friday, 3 weeks ago, whatever it's been, when we nailed that one, we haven't had that much whiskey. It's been hot. There's been a ton of wildfire smoke where we're at. Just haven't been in a whiskey mood. So we're definitely out of practice, and this is tricky. All I can say is that I'm really enjoying it. It's nice to be back to whiskey.
Yeah.
The temperatures are dropping. It feels right.
Yeah. On this one, it hasn't changed much. I'm still getting that floral, the vanilla. It's a little bit oaky. I always say this, like, when I can't figure it out, I say it's barrel. It has a little barrel-esque to it, but the finish is so different. Like, the finish is not what I remember barrel tasting like.
There's some barrel here. There might be some Tennessee here. I wouldn't be surprised if this was an MGP Tennessee blend. And, there's a cinnamon roll here, like a bready, chewy cinnamon roll flavor with almost like that pink strawberry frosting you get on a big donut sometimes. So this is interesting, and I'm enjoying it so far.
Yeah, I keep thinking that you're thinking this is a rye.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking for that rye note, and then I feel really out of practice because now I'm just really confused on this
I think
one.
it's just a little bit spicy, and that's making me think rye. There's not a ton of rye flavor here, though, I wouldn't say.
Yeah. Sip number 4.
Here we go.
The nose is a little minty.
There's some mint on the palate, too. Boy, this has got a lot of nice flavor to it. Whatever it is, Chitown Sampler hitting us with what I think is a very good whiskey.
Yeah. No other notes.
Yeah.
That's what I just want to say. No other notes. Like we said, floral,
Mint,
cinnamon,
vanilla.
The palate is just like gooey cinnamon roll, oaky, sugary deliciousness.
It's a nice oak. I'm not getting toast or heavy char or anything like that. It's
I was
interesting.
drinking good.
Well, let's do sip 5. It's delightful.
It is. I don't think it's as proofy as I thought originally now.
It doesn't strike me as being overly proofy. There is a little dance on the tongue there that makes me think rye, but it also could be just a little bit elevated proof point.
Yeah.
It's great, though. Whatever it is, it's great.
So before I give my answer, I just want to say it's great to be back at 5 Sip. I know that it's probably not everyone's favorite series, but it's my favorite series, and I love doing them.
This is honestly our favorite series. This is honestly a delicious glass of whiskey, right? You like it?
I do like it. This one perplexes me a little bit because I'm not super stoked about the palate, but I am super stoked about the finish. So it's a little like 50-50, but I really do like it, and I think it's quality.
Totally agree. And what do you say? Are you ready to make a guess about what this is?
Yes. I think it's going to be 111 proof.
Great guess.
I think that it's a high rye bourbon.
Ooh,
Because I think
like
that there's a little bit of rye spice in there, but to me this tastes so much more bourbony than rye. I do think it's MGP,
Okay.
and I don't know what it is.
Okay. You think on that, and you can let us know if you come up with anything more specific. For a while, I was thinking maybe a Remus, like a Repeal Reserve, or even just a regular George Remus single barrel. Not getting butterscotch, and I'm not getting a ton of age on it, so I'm throwing those out the window. For a while, I was thinking maybe an Ezra Brooks 107 proof Distillers Collection single barrel, but I'm not getting the nuttiness that you sometimes get with those. So I'm kind of up in the air. I do think that it's MGP. It's a tough call, though. I'm going to say, bourbon, I'll say 100 and...
Oh, you switched.
Yeah, because ultimately I'm not getting a ton of rye notes here. I'm going Smoke Wagon, uncut, unfiltered, at 112.7 proof.
Really? Wow.
I don't think it's that high, but that's what I'm going with because I wanted to go with the brand, and I don't think it's that high of proof. I think it's probably closer to 100, but... I enjoyed it so much, and I really do like that brand, and I like MGP bourbon, so that's what I'm going with. Well, let's find out what this is.
Yeah, and I'm going to cop out and not name a distillery, but it's our first time back, and I'm a little bit rusty.
Why don't you pick one? Why don't you choose Doc Swinson's for the second time this year?
Well, I'm cheating now because I'm looking at the answer, so I can't pick anything.
What do you got there?
All right, so sample number 3. It is New England Barrel Company Single Barrel Rye.
Oh, no.
Shoot, you should have kept with your rye. Aged 8 years, 120.2 proof, not close on the proof.
Wow.
Should have gone with my first
This
instincts
drink's
on that
easy.
one.
Maybe it's just because it's Friday and I'm thirsty.
Yeah. It says not chill filtered, probably MGP. So at least we got probably MGP.
It's definitely an MGP profile. I can taste it through and through. Wow, should have stuck with the rye there, but what can you do? It's our first time back. We're a little rusty. Yeah. We were under on proof and we were way off on what it was, but MGP, that's good enough for me.
Hey, why not?
All right. Well, thank you for joining us for this 5 Sip Friday. Thank you, as always, to the Chitown Sampler for the fantastic, confusing sample, and from wherever we are.
To wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers. What about those little ducklings?
No.